Alright, let's take a look at this Rough Rider single action revolver. See what we think. Alright, so let's see if let's check out this sight picture. Alright, so here we go. We are going to just show you how the cylinder rotates on here. And then pull the trigger. Alright, well, I don't know about you, but I've seen enough movies and TV shows and played enough video games to know that the most fun thing about a single action revolver is being able to fan it. So let's see what that's like. Okay. Alright, so let's shoot it and see what we think. So it shoots just normally. Alright, that shoots good. No problem at all. Not much polymer in this revolver here, so it's got some very solid weight to it, and it's just chambered in 22 long rifle, so it shoots really nice. Alright, so the big negative of revolvers when you compare them to semi-automatic pistols would be capacity. So this is a 6-shot revolver, so you're going to be loading it and unloading it quite a bit. So let's just take a quick look and see how you do that. So you flip your gate open, put it in half cock. You got a little rod right here. You just turn it to where you can push that out. So you'll just pop them out. Let me see if I can show you. All right, so now you have them in your hand. That is a nice, I guess, advantage of a revolver like that. You don't have to go looking for your 22s and picking up your brass. You have your brass in your hand. You can just. All right, so let's go back to the shop and talk about this a little bit more. All right, so we're done shooting. We're back at the shop now. Let's look at breaking this down and just cleaning it up a little bit. So what we'll do is you don't have to do this, but go ahead and put it in half cock. All right, here you go. This is what you want to pay attention to. Let me see if I can get a good little view of that. There's a spring here. You can push that in. All right, so that's what you're going to want to do. You're going to push that in on that side, and then you're going to pull this little pin out here. Boom, comes right on out. Drop your gate down, and your cylinder will come right on out. Now you're ready to clean it up. Get you some lube on there, or some cleaner, whatever you want to use, depending on how dirty it is. Just give it a wipe down in there, get everything cleaned up. Now with the 22, it's a very popular caliber. I have a 10-22 myself, so a couple of ARs, so I definitely have a 22 bore snake. Those are absolutely wonderful if you're going to be cleaning a 10-22. And for an example, ARs are kind of easy to break down. 10-22s are a little bit more of a pain to break down and clean up, I guess. But if you have yellow bore snake, makes all that stuff easier. But we got a little revolver here. From my pistols, I typically don't use a bore snake because that's kind of overkill. Here at the shop, we like to use these little swabbits. They work very well. I use these myself. I like them. We do sell these here. It's a few bucks, but you can see there's different calibers in here. So I do like those. It's a nice little kit you got. Get everything cleaned up, and then you can wash these out, and they're reusable. Pretty nice little deal. Another option, something like this. They're basically, you know, like Q-tips, really. Just cotton down here on the end, and you get a bunch of them. I typically don't use these much, but it's another option for you. Maybe that's what you like. But there you go. As far as what I would use just a synthetic gun oil, what you're happy with. I'm a Royal Purple guy, that's what I use. And until I run out of that, then I'll go with Barstol, something like that. But yeah, it's pretty easy to clean and put it back together. Just play the video in reverse. Pop that on back in. Make sure you hold that spring in. That'll slide right on in there. I don't want to say that, it won't. It can be a little annoying. There you go. Alright, close your gate. Well, we'll keep it half cocked. You can see you're good to go. You can load up, be on about your business. Clean gun. There you go. Alright. Let's talk about the Heritage Manufacturing Rough Rider Revolver. 6-shot, chambered in .22 long rifle. Shoots fine. It's got really solid weight to it. Steel cylinder, steel hammer. Cheap pot metal. But I mean, it's got good weight. It's like, hey, here's some polymer right here on the safety. Some polymer. Some inexpensive polymer. But you know, it is what it is. It's not a problem. It's an inexpensive option if you like that. To me, it's a range gun. Now I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you. I am a little biased toward the Western theme. I like, you know, the Western stories, the movies. I like the guns that came out of that time period. So I'm a little biased when it comes to firearms in this style. So just want you to know that. But I would recommend going by your local gun shop, gunsmith, range, wherever you go. Just check out different ones and just try to get your hands on one of these before you buy it. It's not one of those that I would recommend buying online. And that's for the simple fact that the advantage to this revolver is that it's inexpensive. I personally would not invest much money into this. I would not spend the money to work the hammer. I would not spend money to change up grips. I'm not going to mess with the trigger internals of this at all. It's just not worth it. If you don't like the hammer, if you don't like the trigger, if you don't like the grips, which is why I recommend you going to put in your hand, it's better just to go ahead and spend a little bit more money to get a better revolver. An option to look at would be something like a Ruger Wrangler. You're going to spend $75 to $100 more for it, but it is a better gun. It's better made. I've shot the Wrangler before. I like how it feels in my hand a lot better than this. So it's just, I recommend you go ahead and check it out. But I mean, it's a good range gun. It's not something you're going to use self-defense because it's a .22 long rifle. It's a single action. Not saying single action is a problem for self-defense, but the .22 long rifle is. It's a terrible round for self-defense. You don't want that. They might, you know, they might go bleed out, but they're going to beat you half to death before they go bleed out. It's just not ideal. It's not something you're going to use for competition, again, because you're not going to want to spend a lot of money to work this. And if you're going to get into competition, like if you do cowboy competitions or something like that, then you know you're going to have to invest some money into that if you want to have a chance of winning. This ain't it. So if you are looking for something just to go out and plink with, that's going to be cheap for you to shoot, 22 long rifle, the cheapest of the rounds, so you can shoot all day, pretty cheap on those. I mean, it's ideal for that. Other than that, you know, I would give it a pass. I would give this a pass just because it doesn't fit my hand well. That's and I'm just not looking for single action right now. There's a problem with that, but it's just not me. But yeah, I mean, there's not really a whole lot to say about it. If you're looking for something that's inexpensive, might be an option for you, but I would recommend getting one in your hands first. I would not recommend ordering this offline. But if there is anything that we can help you with here at Maverick Gun Works, just let us know. We'll be happy to help. Any questions you have, feel free to drop that down in the comments. We'll try to make a video on it. Always happy to help however we can. All right, well, have a good day. Thanks for watching.